Hello, everyone. So, growing up throughout my life, I've had to get a lot of different vaccines. And it wasn't my favorite thing to get or do. I don't think it's anyone's favorite thing to get vaccines, but I knew it was important because it prevented me from getting sick. Nowadays, vaccines don't seem to be as important to some people. Some parents now are even refusing to vaccinate their children. According to FamilyDoctor.org, it's important to receive vaccines even if infection rates are low because anyone who comes from outside the US can transfer a disease. Today, I will be giving a speech about how important it is to be vaccinated, why people need vaccinations, and the negatives of not being vaccinated. I will first be talking to you guys about what a vaccine is and how important it is to be vaccinated. A vaccine is a concept to build up your body's immunity from a disease. If you get vaccinated, it prevents you from spreading a disease or even receiving one. People mostly get vaccines in their legs or arms. A weakened germ is injected into your body in the form of a shot. The antibodies in your body will fight the germs and stay there for most of your lifespan. To build up your immune system, you need vaccines. If you're not vaccinated, your immune system will become super weak, which makes you get sick a lot more often. Now that you know what a vaccine is, I will discuss the importance of them. Getting vaccinated can save your life. It protects against more diseases than ever with the advances in medical science. According to vaccines.gov, polio was once an extremely feared disease that caused death and paralysis in the United States. But now, with the help of vaccines, we don't have to worry, and there's no reports of polio in the US anymore. Vaccines also protect future generations. By vaccinating children against certain diseases, the risk that a pregnant woman would pass it on to a newborn has decreased. If we keep on vaccinating children, diseases will no longer be around anymore. After learning the importance of vaccines, I'll now discuss about why we get vaccinated in the first place. Diseases, or like I was talking about earlier, diseases are becoming more uncommon with vaccinations. CDC.gov mentions that diseases like polio and diphtheria are becoming very rare in the United States. If we keep doing immunizations, diseases will become eliminated. Vaccine stops diseases from coming and spreading, so the more we get vaccinated, the less the diseases will spread. Lastly, I will discuss the negatives of not getting vaccinated. Diseases could easily make a comeback, and many children or even adults could get sick and die. Behind me, I have a graph and some statistics of what happened in a measles outbreak in Florida of December of 2018. As you can see with the bars, there weren't a lot of measles outbreaks until 2018. There were 15. There are four major cases and one outbreak because 100% cases were never immunized. There's a 100% rate if you get vaccinated, you won't get measles. So it shows that obviously getting vaccinated will prevent that and can save your life. Another fact I have is in 1974, Japan had a successful vaccination program for whooping cough, with 80% of Japan vaccinated. There were only 393 cases and no deaths. But after the rumor that vaccines were no longer needed in 1976, only 10% of infants were getting vaccinated, and there were 13,000 cases of whooping cough and 41 deaths because of it, according to CDC.gov. A lot of people now no longer think vaccines are important and are scared because they believe there are harmful toxins that cause diseases like autism. There have been no studies that have found a link between vaccines and autism at all. Some vaccines do contain small substances that can be harmful only if it's given in large amounts. But because the substance in vaccines, there's small amounts of harmful substances, it cannot harm your body, and vaccines are totally safe to get. Vaccines don't cause diseases that they're supposed to prevent, and it's important that more people are informed on this every day. In conclusion, I talked to you guys about what a vaccine is, why it's important to receive, or why it's important to receive them, how it's important, and why people aren't getting them anymore, and like why that's harmful. I hope you guys learned something from my speech today, and thank you guys for giving me your time to listen to what I had to say. Thank you.